everybody. Welcome back to episode number 10 of Minecraft and Chill. And today, we're going to be building ourselves an enderman farm. Now, I do have to disclose something before. The audio you're hearing of me speaking right now is not the original audio I recorded. The original clip of audio I recorded, I deleted, because I named it incorrectly. So, that's unfortunate. It means I wasted about 2 hours of time making sure it was all set up right. So that sucks. But it's not the end of the world, because I can just do this. Now, what I'm doing now is gathering up the resources I'm going to need. The first of those resources is going to be leaves. So, heading up to the attic, we're going to grab ourselves some shears. And here I am, not seeing the shears, because I'm not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. So I just made a new pair. And there we go. Good job, Pass Cracker. Now we're going to head out to the birch forest. And I'll take this opportunity to mention something else. The audio you're hearing now, I put it in an audio editor, Audacity, and I decided to see if I couldn't improve the quality of my voice a little bit. So let me know in the comment section how you think I've done. I think it sounds pretty good. At least the last round of audio sounded pretty good, but it's the same voice and the same recording, so it should be of similar quality. So, now we're heading out to the birch forest, and we're here. And we're going to make Mother Nature cry for a little bit. Hack down all her lovely leaves. And I don't know why I even bothered going for those top ones. You know, it's really weird watching and commentating on yourself playing a video game. There must be a reason people don't do this. It's almost like it's really inconvenient or something. But the trees are all coming down, leaves are coming off. For this project I'll need, well, in this clip here I don't harvest enough leaves. I need roughly 6 stacks of leaves in total for this whole project. I believe I only grabbed 4 here in total, because I only brought 1 pair of shears. Although I'm fairly certain I go back and make more. Maybe it was 8 stacks. I can't remember. Well, I guess we'll find out together how many stacks I ended up needing. Yep, now the shears are broken. And we're going to cut pretty soon. Right about now? Yep. And this area here is where I plan to build my gold farm in the future. I think it's a nice little tucked away area. I know the fact that there's blocks all over the place won't make it the most efficient, but it's just for a single player world. I don't need to exactly be building buildings out of gold blocks. Well, here we are back at the birch forest, ready to harvest some more leaves. Oh yeah, I'm demonstrating here how much coal I got from like 3 veins of coal with my mending Fortune 3 netherite pickaxe. So yeah, make sure you get Fortune 3 in mending on your pickaxe, kids. It's really worth it. I don't know why I bothered. Why did I go through the extra effort to get 3 leaves? Guess I just have OCD or something. It's not like I'm going to be in this birch forest ever again. Yeah, the reason I'm using leaves for this build is because they're transparent blocks, I believe. Oh no, they're not transparent blocks because... I remember, because when I put them over top of chests later in the video, the chests won't open. And I thought the rule was if you had transparent blocks over top of a chest, they would open. Maybe it's only, like, glass, specifically glass, that works with. I could be wrong. I should probably check. But the fact is, leaves prevent endermen from spawning, so they can't spawn on top of the blocks, which is why we build the pathway out of leaves. Alternatively, I could have used bottom slabs for that part, but leaves are just quicker to harvest than it is to mine tons of cobblestone. And I didn't want to waste all my smooth stone on a simple pathway out into the end. And here we are. I've gathered... Oh, I also had to gather a water bucket and a lava bucket. That's probably what I was talking about at that part. So, the water and lava bucket are just to make a little pillar down to the bottom at the end. So, for this next part, It's just me running through the nether. And don't worry, I believe it cuts out pretty soon. Yeah. Right about here. Now? Now. Oh. Oh, it did cut. I just didn't notice it. Okay, there we go. Gotta eat that potato. I don't know why I didn't restock my potatoes before leaving for this little build mission. Okay. Also didn't need to put the pumpkin on. I don't understand myself half the time. And as you're going to see, I'm going to try to place the lava down here, and then realize a couple seconds later that I can't do it there, because there's blocks under it. And, oh, now he's noticed. If only you had checked that beforehand. And at this point, I'm just going to be building out a small platform, so I can set up the water flow. I believe I messed it up once again, if I remember correctly. My impatience seems to be my doom. I don't know what happened here. I'll explain what exactly happened with my audio. So, when I was in the process of rendering the video, I got the notification that my drive was full. So I went into the my audio clips and started deleting all the old ones. And I accidentally deleted the one that the rendering software was using. So it messed up the video. I actually didn't even notice it until the next day when I was until this morning when I was trying to upload it to YouTube. And it just kept telling me it couldn't process the video. And I was like, what on earth is this? And I looked into it and I realized, oh crap, I deleted the audio. And yeah. Yep, I put the water down way too early there. The lava wasn't done flowing. So it ruined that cobblestone pillar. And I'm about to move on to the next one. Or is that the one where I succeed? No, that's failure. I recognize it. And we get to slowly watch as I slowly realize that I have largely screwed up. And third time's going to be a charm here, so I'll put that lava down. And then it's going to jump cut to when the lava's done flowing. Right about now. Now. There we go. Hey, third time's always a charm. And we're going to make the cobblestone pillar like so. And just swim down, buddy. It's done. Come on, go. Come on. There you go. I'm in hardcore mode, so I'm being a little bit overcautious about things. And here's me forgetting I have a respiration helmet on. Living life on the edge. Literally. Yeah, that joke wasn't funny the first time around either. So, all I'm going to do here is build a little platform for me to land on when I come back down. And I didn't exactly take the most efficient route when building this. I I don't know why I swam back up. It's kind of a waste of time if I'm being honest, but it gives me the opportunity now to tell you something. So, today I just finished recording the first 3 episodes of a collaboration with Flora Nightingale, another smaller YouTuber, and it's a buffet survival world with a forest. So that's going to be really fun. It's basically these floating end islands, but instead of the end, it's a forest biome, which is interesting. Now, the server was originally supposed to be a hardcore series, but we soon realized that she would not be able to survive that length of time. So, yeah, hardcore's not for everyone. It's fine. She's very good at building, though. I'll give her that. Puts me to shame. So you can look out for that. I think it's going to be, I don't know how many parts. We originally planned it to be a 3-part series, but we're well past the 3-episode line after the first recording. So we'll see where that goes. And I believe I'm about to put down... Yeah, this is... I believe at this point in the video I was explaining that I originally intended to put a ladder here, but I don't think I'm actually going to do that because I have my elytra, and in the next episode you'll see we acquire a mending villager, so I can repair that infinitely now, so I'm most likely going to end up adding a little landing strip for the elytra and just fly back and forth to here. I'll leave that little water column and pathway, just in case the elytra are broken, but yeah. So here we're going to start pillaring out with the leaves, and I'm going to go roughly 200 blocks. Not quite, it's 3 stacks worth of leaves, so I believe it's about, 192 blocks? But it's close enough. The point is to just get far enough away from the end island so that endermen despawn. And there it is, under the edge. And the next step in all this is going to be adding the spawning platform in for the endermen. Yeah, here's me explaining what I just told you, and it would make a lot more sense if I wasn't stupid and lose my audio. So, I'm just going to place 1 block like right there, and then it's going to go 5 out from each side of it. That configuration is going to pretty much be all we need to spawn endermen, but as you'll see in a second, I decided to add 3 more layers of it, just so that it can run a little quicker. So I'm going to build back 3 more blocks, and then fill that whole little platform in, like that. And spawn proof it really quick with some torches. And the next step actually is to expand that out. Why am I doing it like that? Oh, no, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. The next step is to make a 5-block ring of leaves around it. And the reason we do that is to encourage the endermen to do pack spawning. If you don't know what that is, I recommend you check out Nembomb's video on this farm, because he explains it in far better detail than I can here. And I'll make sure that video is linked in the description of the video in case you want to build this farm yourself. And that's complete. The next step, and this is the part where I realize I don't have nearly enough leaves on me, is to make that little 1x1 path a 3 thick path for 18 blocks back. So the next time the video cuts out, I run back to the birch forest and get more leaves. And there it is, all done. I wish it was this quick for me when I was actually doing it. Now, the next step is this set of stairs here. It's going to be 3 high of leaves and a little stairway going down. This is what the endermen are going to run up and over in order to get to our little kill chamber. Now I believe I'm building the platform where the endermite is going to live. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. As you can see during that last cut, I also ran back and grabbed the rest of the supplies I need for the build, which is those 6 daylight sensors you saw in my inventory, and the hoppers and chests for the ender pearl collection system. So here I am now, preparing to capture the endermite, and what I do here is get a bunch of rails, and we place them in a circular configuration. Yeah, what really bothered me when I noticed editing was that I didn't make the rails centered on the blocks. But yeah, it's really annoying me now to watch it. God, why didn't he just center it? So yeah, that minecart is just going to be spinning around in circles as we push it, and once we spawn in the endermite, we're going to name him before he's in the cart, and then trick him into the cart. And I'm just building a little retaining wall on the off chance that he manages to knock me off the edge. There's going to be a wall to catch me. That'd be a rather embarrassing way to die in this world. Getting killed by a little bug that I summoned. So, yeah, this wall is going to give me a little bit of trouble later on, but oh no, I think I cut that out. Yeah, I did cut that scene out. I guess I'll explain what happened to you there now. I had to leave to get more ender pearls for reasons you'll see momentarily. And when I came back, I hadn't put torches on there because I hadn't expected that wall to be up very long, and there was like 5 endermen just on the wall. So I had to like strategically break pieces of the wall to get them to fall off. Okay, now we're going to spawn in this endermite by throwing the ender pearls around where the rail is. In my offhand, you can see a name tag. That name tag is titled Endermite. That name tag's purpose is to prevent the endermite from despawning. I believe it takes me 9 this try to get the endermite in. 9 pearls. There he is. Endermite. Okay, now we're going to get him in the cart. It can be a bit tedious to trick him into that little mine cart, but I do eventually get him in, I promise. Yep, there he is. Now he's just spinning in circles. And now I'm kind of just waiting for him to slow down so that I can put the other rail in to put him on top of that carpet. The worst part about this part of the video is that I get so close, but fail so hard. It's so sad. I have no one else but myself to blame for what you're about to see. It's tragic. It truly might be the saddest moment in my entire time playing this game. There it is. This could have been the end. We could have skipped the whole next segment of the video if I hadn't made this mistake. Come on, just get it over with. There we go. Oh, we have to push that card again. Come on, just hit him. Now pay close attention for this next part. Let's see if you guys can't figure out what my mistake was before it happens. Right on the edge. Push him in. See? Why is he taking damage? Oh, he died. What a shame. If only I had rubbed 2 of my brain cells together and taken off my thorn's chest plate. And I was kind of surprised he didn't get killed by that earlier. As you can see, he wasn't really taking any damage from it at first, but those last 3 times he hit me managed to take him out. Now, the scene you're seeing here is I basically just ran back and got another 3 or so stacks of pearls. I did attempted this one more time in between these 2 clips, but I only grabbed 1 stack and no endermite spawned. So I decided to just cut the footage entirely. Come on, get in. Now this time around I have my iron chest plate back on. I enchanted it to see if I couldn't get protection or something, but it just got Unbreaking 3. Nothing too exciting. And we got him in the cart. Now we're going to break him a little hole. I should have just left those blocks there. That would have also made this a lot easier. Well, hindsight's 20/20, I guess. Now we're going to break that rail, place another, and locate him on the carpet. And this part of the video is just me trying to get him in the correct position. I didn't really need to do this, but I just didn't like the fact that he was sitting on the edge of that carpet. Oh, I did refill my potatoes. Now we're going to see me make yet another large mistake. Right where I'm putting the daylight sensors now, I was supposed to place the hoppers. But those are not hoppers, those are daylight sensors. In the end, it's not that huge of a mistake. I just have to move them back 2 blocks. Because those daylight sensors are where the player is supposed to stand. That, combined with the trapdoors, prevents the endermen from seeing the player, which should theoretically prevent them from aggroing on him. But I have noticed that every once in a while an enderman does teleport out the back. So if you were to use some kind of automatic left-clicking script, you are still at risk. I suppose you could just make a little too high area around yourself, but then you might log on to a swarm of endermen surrounding you, angrily screaming. Which you're gonna get anyway, but it just makes it annoying to get out of the farm, so I'm thinking about doing an upgrade to prevent that from happening. I thought they couldn't teleport onto carpet, but clearly I was wrong. And I wonder when I realized I made that mistake. I think it's right about now. It should be. Maybe not. Wow, that really did take me a while to catch. I think after the next cut is when I realize. Because I went back and checked the tutorial I was following and noticed that the daylight sensors didn't belong there. So here I'm just expanding out the platform, so I have a nice little place to stand while I'm doing all this. I really didn't have to use leaves for this part. Probably going to come back in later and switch it to bottom slabs of some kind. Try to do it in a way that the enderman can't teleport inside, making it more of a structure versus an open air killing chamber. But that's not an overly important aspect of the farm. I mean, yes, once in a while an enderman teleports out, but you're underneath of those slabs, so they can't really hurt you when they do teleport out. But it's just annoying. As long as you pay attention, it doesn't happen. Yep, yeah, I've noticed the daylight sensors in the wrong spot. Yep, I don't like the fact that they changed chest placement. I mean, it's in the end, it's a lot more convenient because you can just put single chests next to each other, but God, I'm so used to the old method of placing chests. And I lost a chest to the void, as you can see. My brilliant Minecraft skills here. And yeah, I didn't really need to do that either, but I guess it helped. And that part took long enough. So now we're adding in the hoppers. Now in the future, I believe I did this off camera, but I added carpets on top of those hoppers because I was having an issue where the experience was getting trapped inside the hopper. It wasn't a huge amount of experience getting stuck on the edges, but it was enough to annoy me, so I threw the carpets in. Now a little bit of experience still does get stuck on the edges of the blocks, but a rather minimal amount. And here's just a little overhang where we, the player, are going to stand. And it is, I believe, yeah, it's less than 2 blocks, so when you are standing in there, the enderman can't hit you. And here I'm just building up the little wall funnel that's going to keep the endermen in place once they fall into the farm. Now the next part is me building a little, just finishing that funnel so the enderman can't run off the edges by accident. I really don't like that piece of iron armor. I don't know why I didn't just switch back to netherite. It's probably because I probably left the chest plate behind at my house. I also didn't wear my elytra for this. And if I had just done that, I never would have had the problem with the endermite to start with, and it would have been a much safer process. So, I really should have been wearing my elytra this entire time. But alas, I did not. So I don't think this part really had to be carpet, but I think it kind of looks cooler as carpet. So, that's why it looks like that. Now we're going to see me take way too long to figure out how to place that carpet on top of the minecart. Yep, he's thinking. He can't figure it out. He'll get it eventually, don't worry. No. Go back down. Good boy. Yes, you can make that jump. It's just a carpet. Good job. And I don't quite get what happened here. I thought you could place 3 blocks down, because you can place 4 blocks up, but maybe... I don't know. I feel like that should have worked. What I'm trying to do there is place that carpet on that stone, but it's not working. Do I figure it out here? No, not quite. Almost there. There you go. Good boy. And that should be the farm complete. The next step is just to go take the torches off the back, and technically the farm is fully functional. I'm going to add a couple aesthetic upgrades, as you'll see in the video in a minute. But at this point, the farm is largely built. Oh yeah, I put the carpet down because I still thought Enderman couldn't teleport onto carpets. I can tell you now that I am sorely mistaken. Yeah, that chest doesn't open. Which is what I was talking about earlier with the leaves. I thought it was all transparent blocks, because I thought that's why you could use stairs over top of chests. Maybe it's just a bug in the snapshot, or maybe I don't understand leaves very well. And you're going to see me miss a torch here. Again, don't know why I'm wearing a pumpkin. I guess I'm just super paranoid about Enderman. Yep, you gotta go back, buddy. There you go. Now the farm's working. Now I could have put a couple fence gates towards that entrance where they're funneled in, but the number of Endermen that end up falling off there is pretty much negligible, so I didn't bother. And there they are, all spawning in. Oh, I love that noise. Oh. Oh, I think they made Enderman sounds intentionally annoying, just to punish us for making these farms. And we're expanding our little walking platform here. Isn't that a hideous noise? Yeah, don't worry. I'm definitely cutting this. I believe I'm just going up to level 54. Nope, 55. Yep, that's why I'm just sitting here hitting Enderman, because I became fixated on finishing that experience more. It's a pretty impressive farm, though. I mean, it takes a lot of experience to level up when you're that high. And I'm going to try to check the ender pearls and realize, oh, look at that, leaves don't count anymore. It should be fine if I break them, though. Oh, also, I built that little stone retaining wall. Just in case one of the endermen got out and hit me. Which ends up being a good move. So yeah, the farm works pretty darn well. Why? Stop hitting them. You're at level 55. Stop. You have enough experience. My guy. And I'm about to do the outro. Okay, and that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and comment what you think of the farm. See you guys next time.